Hey YouTube land, I thought I'd do this quick video before I get too far into this, but I'm going to try to make it just quick and short because I know you guys don't like some of my videos when I get too drawn out. But anyhow, driving this one day, made on a slow left-hand turn, maybe 5-10 miles an hour, and heard a clunk, and I thought it was in the rear, but anyway, that's what I found. If you can see that. So I have a little bit of an issue on my front strut. This is my 02 Pontiac Bonneville, and I'm just going to kind of give you a real quick, what to use and what I did type of thing. Lug bolts or lug nuts for the front. I used a three-quarter socket. Got those off, pulled the tire off. These here, I used a 24 mil on those. The little, what is this? The brake and the speed sensor brackets, used a 10 mil. Then on top, I haven't got to that yet, but 15 mil on these, and there's 3 of them, one here, and then one back kind of hiding a little bit. And that's where I'm at. And I can't tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to record all this, but once you get these broke loose, and I've been using my, see if I can get that to light right there, my Milwaukee, the 2755B. It's got about 250 foot-pounds of torque, and that's what I got everything loose with. I did pre-lube this stuff so it come free, but I didn't have any issues on it. So what I'm going to do is after these get loose, you just make them a little proud of the stud so that it's just sunk down a little bit, and take you a little hammer here, and basically what you're going to do is tap this through. This bolt here has got a little bit of a spline to it. So you're going to tap that out, get those out. Then you're going to go up to the top and get these bolts here. Do the 2 back ones first, and then do the front one last, because it'll be the one that you can, so you can hold the weight of the drum when it or the brake rotor when it comes loose. So that's about all I think that's about the most I'm going to do on this video. I might come back and recap or something, but if you have any questions, just give me a holler. See ya. Forgot to inform you, this is what I bought. That brand there, got it from Amazon. Made in China, of course, like most everything. But that's what I got. And here's the replacement. Alright, but anyhow, the hardest thing I had was just getting this thing out. Once you get the bolts loose on the top, I had to kind of pull forward on the top on the brake rotor to get a little freedom, then kind of drop it down and kind of kick it into the car a little bit, tilt it and bring it out. That's how it came out for me, so I'll just reverse the process and go from there. Alright, I came back for a little bit. The ABS wire that was down, plugged in here, I went ahead and unclipped that and tucked it up behind itself so I wouldn't get in the way of smacking with the hammer. But that's what the splines look like. So once you hit this, and then basically this would bottom out, you just bring it back a little bit, smack it some more till it comes all the way out, and then and that's pretty much the end of this part. And then of course you go on top and loosen those, and then the whole strut should come out. So I may be back, who knows. Alright, let me give you a little pointer of what I did. As I was bringing this, dropping it down in and then bringing it back up, I lined it up with these 2 back holes, snugged them up. I mean, I can still turn these with my fingers. Snugged them up just where it pulled this up a little bit. bent the brake rotor. I know I'm calling that wrong for some reason, it just seems wrong, but anyway, tilted this forward enough to get the spline bolt in, just tapped it in to line it up. Then what I'll do is I'll just so I can get my hands free, just going to push it in with my foot, and then I'll line up the other bolt. Maybe I can do it on camera here, I don't know. Well, anyway, I just got to push it in a little bit more, put that in, then I'll go up top and snug up all the bolts and reassemble all that. But I thought I'd give you that little tip, because that's the hardest part of the whole thing, is getting this strut down and out and then back in. So, alright, later. Okay, back again. Thought I'd show you this little tidbit. On these particular shocks I showed you earlier, both of them have this little bend over tab. If you can see, I had to modify mine a little bit. Had to give a little back cut and then bend it flat, because this hole is not out far enough, or out close enough to the edge for the bolt to go through. So now I can get it to line up. See, that's with it lined up, and it's probably still not even sitting quite right on the top, but it'll ride. But see where that, I don't know if you can see it or not because of the light, but where that cut is, and this piece here is almost flush with the edge there. So it was either grind on this or grind on that, so I chose the little brake cable. Alright, later. Well, it's done. It does seem to be, I mean, I know it's higher from the spacing on the rear to the front, but I would say those things add about a ½ inch to the front, because I don't know when I measured it, it does look a little goofy being that much gap in it compared to the back, but oh well, I'll see how they test out here in a little bit. And then the other thing I was going to show you was all the tools I use. You already saw the impact. I ended up using a C-clamp to kind of bring them together to where I could line up the holes for the bolts, and use that a little bit too to line it up. Of course, the hammer to knock out the bolts. I use this EP Auto torque wrench. It's 10 to 150 foot-pounds. It's a STO10-1, and an EP Auto. The only thing I used out of this was the 3/4 for the lug nuts, and that's an EP Auto deep well impact socket set standard. And then this one here is called metric. I thought it was metric for a minute, but the R is in the wrong spot. So metric, something like that. But anyway, this is a 9mm to 24mm deep well socket set on the impact, and worked out fine. I used 3 different ones in there, no issues. So all these were from Amazon. I'll try to link those up in case somebody doesn't want them. And if not, then also I'm going to link, hopefully I can link a video of one of the guys that did 2000 Bonneville, and that did a real good job, so you can kind of see that better. And then I had to use a grinder and face mask and stuff for that one bracket that wasn't exactly lined up, but all in all, it was decent. So I'd probably make sure, if you haven't done this before, probably mark off 3 hours of your day, and if you're decent with that stuff, I'd probably say anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to get both sides done. Alright, later guys and girls.